How's everybody doing out there? I want to welcome to Conversation with Chris, episode 11. As usual, Conversation with Chris is a safe space, so yeah, let's do it. Um, just do a little housekeeping right quick before we get going. I'm going to try to release videos every Monday, Friday, and Sunday. Um, Usually in the evenings. I'm a pretty busy guy, so. Also, I want to thank all the subscribers, people that are liking and sharing the videos. I couldn't do this without you. So, today I think I'm going to be a little long-winded today. I was doing a lot of thinking today, and I actually had to write some things down. I never write things down, but today I actually had to write some things down. So today I want to talk about control. And more specifically, control in your life. Most people, they're go through their lives, and I'm a grown up and I do what I want to do, and nobody tells me what to do. So I sat down and I thought about this today, and I think a lot of times we mistake a lack of conflict or a lack of problems for control. So I did a little reading and, wrote some things down. So I want to start out by saying that there are many things that you have no control over. And I've heard the old saying, he who angers you controls you. But I just think that most of your frustrations in life are going to come from things that are out of your control. Like, the weather, or you can't control things that have happened in the past. That's the past. Or you can't control things that are going to happen in the future. You can't control other people's thoughts or actions, or you can't control other people's happiness or unhappiness. All of that is on them. But a lot of times in life, when we get angry or frustrated or upset, it's usually about things we have no control over. And many years ago, I had a conversation. I learned that lesson many years ago, to stop putting so much of my focus in things that I couldn't control, and then try to take control of the things that I could. As usual, this is my journey, and I struggle with those things like everyone else. Pretty windy outside tonight. So, during my reading and the things that, I was trying to learn about, I realized that a lot of us, most people actually, are not in control of their own lives. Most of the things that we do and most of the things that we say on a day-to-day basis are predicated on other people. You might go to work and put up with a lot of crap at work because you fear losing your job, so you are not in control of that situation. Or you fear losing a person in your life, so you're not in control, so you're going to do whatever you can to hold on and to make sure that you maintain that relationship. Or just any number of things that you think you're in control of, but you're really not. So during the course of my thinking and reading, I started to write things down. So I may be a little long-winded today. It may be a little bit longer video than normal, but I felt it was important to share this. So what we have to do is stop letting other people control our lives. And it sounds like a simple thing. It sounds real simple. Just do what you want to do at all times, and nobody else has control. But I think the first thing that we have to do to stop letting other people control our lives is to take responsibility for our own lives. Take responsibility for yourself and your happiness and, the things that you feel you want to do or want to achieve. You have to take responsibility for those things. You can't put that in someone else's hands. You can't expect someone to act how you would act with your own happiness. You can't expect someone to act how you would act with your own belongings. So you have to take responsibility for yourself. And then you have to let go of embarrassment. That was big. I was reading about this a lot today. And, you have to let go of embarrassment. You have to let go of the fear of what people will say or how people will look at you or what people will think of you. That's a really big one, because a lot of times people just don't say what they want to say or do what they want to do because they're afraid of how people will react to it. I mean, we've all at some point in our lives suffered from this. I'm no different than anyone else. We've all suffered from this. So we have to let go of that fear. We have to let go of the fear of being embarrassed or the fear of being looked down upon. We have to let go of that. And that will help you to stop letting other people control your life. We have to stop comparisons. We have to stop comparing our lives to other people's lives. We have to stop comparing our situation to other people's situations. Each situation or each individual is unique, and they are on their own journey and they have their own lot in life. And we have to stop comparing ourselves to others and be secure in the fact that what we have is what we have, and it's just for us. So you don't have to look over there and pull up to the light and see the guy in the Benz and you say, man, I wish I had that. No, you have what you have. Now, you may want something more, and you can achieve that, but don't compare your life to someone else's, because it'll start to take control of your thoughts and say, oh, I want this and I want this and he got this and he got that. No. Stop comparing. Do your own self-evaluation of your own situation, and whatever you want to do to improve it, you do that. There's no comparison anywhere in the universe between your life and your situation and someone else's. We have to increase our own self-esteem and self-worth. See, a lot of times we look outside of ourselves for validation about how good of a person we are, or, how worthy am I of adulation from others, or, just something to boost yourself up. We look for outward sources. And I know I was guilty of this for many years, and even still sometimes today, I'm still guilty of this. Looking for some kind of validation for the things that I do and the things that I have overcome, and, something just to increase my own sense of self-worth. But the key word in self-esteem and self-worth is self. That is the key word. Self-worth is how much you value yourself, not how much other people value you. Self-esteem is how much esteem you have for yourself. So we have to increase that inwardly. and stop looking for outward sources. Because if you're looking for outward sources, you're giving that control to other people. And that's not what we want to do. We want to take control of our lives. So stop giving that power to others. Take that power back. We have to set boundaries. See, if you don't set boundaries about what you will and won't do and what you will and won't accept from others, then you allow them to have control over you. And it could be something simple as, hey, do you want to go to the bar with me? You may not want to do that, but you're one of those people that never says no. So, yeah, I'll go. Or it may be, I want you to buy me a house, buy me a car. I want to, whatever someone else wants from you or whatever someone else wants you to do. If you don't set those boundaries and say, these are the things that I will not do. These are the places I will not go. These are the things I will not accept. If you don't set those boundaries, then you give that control to others and you let other people set boundaries for you. You let other people determine how your relationship is going to be with them because you have no boundaries. So we have to make a conscious decision to set boundaries. And then you have to simply remind yourself whose life this really is. You know, you can be a businessman and you can wrap yourself up in your business, or a businesswoman, or you could be a family man and wrap yourself up in your family, or, you know, a mother or whatever. And then you feel like because you have these responsibilities and, you know, whatever you have attained or the things that you're trying to get in life, that your life doesn't matter. And, you know, the lives of the people around you and the lives of everything else becomes your life. And you forget that this is my life. I don't owe anybody anything. This is my life. I mean, and if I took a poll of most people, they would say that, yeah, you know, I'm in control, but are you really? Do you really remind yourself that this is your life? Or are you so wrapped up in everything that's going on around you that you forget sometimes? I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm living for my kids. You know, my career. You got to live for you. You have to value your life so much that that's what you're living for. And then in turn, everyone connected to you will benefit. Everyone connected to you will benefit from you realizing that this is your life. Because if you're going to take care of anything, you're going to take care of yourself. One of the first laws of human nature is self-preservation. So you may have to affirm that to yourself daily. When you get up and you're brushing your teeth and you're getting going, you might just have to look in the mirror once or twice and say, this is my life. And then you have to move that way and make the decisions. Because if you've taken responsibility and let go of embarrassment, stop comparing your life to others, increase your self-esteem and self-worth, set the proper boundaries now. Now we got our boundaries all set up. You've reminded yourself constantly whose life this is. Now we have to move forward in authority and make the decisions. Because now you're making decisions that are going to impact your life. And that's your guiding force. I mean, a lot of times people have important decisions to make in their lives, and they say, well, you know, well, if I do that, then this person and that person and this thing and that thing are going to be affected. And they may. I'm not saying that the decisions you make about your own life aren't going to affect others. But what I am saying is those decisions must be made. You have to move in the authority that this is my life. You have to think about that first. I've said this a few times. I have 4 kids. And 3 of them are pretty much grown. And they're going to go out and start families soon and embark on careers and their life's journey. And I understand that. So this is my life. I have provided for them and given them lessons and all that kind of stuff, but I understand that this is my life. So when I make decisions about my life, I have to operate that way. I can't operate like, okay, well, what about little Chris and what about this? No. Because that's going to give other people the control over the decisions that I make. And then last but not least, as far as taking control of your life or not letting people control your life, you have to forget about failure or forget about fear of failure. You have to forget about that. Because that's another thing that's taking away control from you. Because if you fear failure so much, you won't do the necessary things. And that's not letting other people control you. Now you're letting your own emotions control you. When you know that there are things that you have to do and places you need to go and just things in your life in general that need to be taken care of, but your fear prevents you from doing it. No, you have to forget about failure. Put that emotion to the side. It can be there. We all are afraid sometimes about the future, or even some moments right now in your life you might be afraid. And that's a natural reaction to the unknown. Usually, when I see something or I come across situations and I don't know, I usually don't have fear. I just usually am curious about it. And I want to look into it a little more because I don't know. Fear is not prevalent in my life, but I have been fearful before. And you can't allow that to control you. So then, after you've done all these things, you stop letting people control you. You start taking responsibility. You let go of embarrassment. You stop comparisons. You increase your self-worth. You set boundaries. You have reminded yourself about whose life this is. You've made the decisions, and you're forgetting about fear. Now comes the time when, as usual, we all do this together. And we're going to take control. We've done all these things now. We're doing this every day. You have to make these same affirmations and these same statements in your life every day. And you've done that. Now, we have to take control of our lives. What we've just done, if we do those things, if we've taken control from all the external forces, everything outside of us that can try to control us, we've just taken control back. Now, when you have that control, you have to be aware and prepared for that. Because when you move in authority, when you move in a purpose, everyone won't understand. Everyone can't go with you. Everyone isn't going to feel the same. But that's okay. Because you are in control. Not your job, not your kids, not your spouse, not your friends, not your parent, nobody. You're in control. And then you have to look at the big picture of life and map out the things that you want, the things that you want to achieve. We talked about some of this in previous videos. Setting goals for yourself. And then relax. It's okay to just relax sometimes. It's okay when things aren't going right all the time to just relax. You've heard people say it a million times. It's not the end of the world. Everything that we do is not going to turn out how we expect it. I believe as a person, I'm really good at keeping the main thing, and not letting a whole bunch of emotions influence decisions that I make. And do a reality check sometimes and make sure that your mind is in the right space. Because ultimately what we all want to do is feel like we are in the driver's seat. Don't be a passenger in your own life. Don't become a backseat driver in your own life. Don't allow fear and not having high self-esteem or self-worth or, not setting proper boundaries. Don't let those things force you to be a passenger in your life. Everyone struggles with these things. I am no expert. I'm not a person that comes to you and says, I got it all figured out, just listen to me. I have these same issues. But through my journey, I am learning about what my issues are, about how I need to check myself sometimes. So whenever you hear this, say to yourself, I'm taking control of my life. So as usual, drop a comment, like, share, go to the channel, subscribe. And yeah.